Welcome to the channel Help Me Out, and today my video lecture topic is seed germination. As most of you have studied about the seed, its importance and anatomy of seeds in your junior classes, but before to start here, I briefly revise these things for your better understanding the entire process of seed germination. Okay, so firstly, what is seed? So seed is a fertilized ovule. Okay, seed is a ripened seed is a ripened fertilized ovule, and it consists mainly three things: seed coat, endosperm, or the embryo. Okay, seed coat, it is the outer layer of the seed which is hard and provide protection against the mechanical injury or the infection of disease and pest. Okay, so it provide the protection. Endosperm, it is a storage material which store food material like fat, protein, carbohydrate, and the endosperm, it supply the nutrition to the embryo for their growth and development. So endosperm, it is a storage part. Okay, then the embryo is a living part of the seed which mainly contain two things: the radicle and plumule. Further, radicle develop into a root system and plumule into the shoot system. Okay, so these are the three main constituent of the seed structure. Okay, then there are two another things, that is hilum and micropyle, which is found on seed. The first is a hilum. Hilum is a scar which is left out by the stalk, and we can say this is the by this seed attached to the ovary, and after the detachment the scar left on the seed. Okay, and the tiny red dot you will find here. So micropyle is a small hole by which the pollen tube enters inside the seed, and during the seed germination it is also helps to absorb the water. Okay, so this is the micropyle. After this, the classification of seeds based on their structure, it's of two types: the monocot or the dicot. Okay, monocot mainly found in the cereal crops like rice, wheat, barley, maize, etc. Here I took an example of corn seed. So this is a structure of the monocot seed. Here the outer surface is a seed coat which provide the protection. Second is the endosperm, which is a storage part. Then this is the embryo. Okay, this is an embryo which contain the plumule and radicle. Okay, and here it is coleoptile, outer of the plumule. Coleoptile is a protective sheath of the plumule. Okay, similarly the coleorhiza is a protective sheath of radicle. Okay, and here is another structure or another part is a scutellum. Okay, scutellum is a narrow structure which absorbs the nutrition from the endosperm where the food material is stored. Okay, so scutellum absorbs the nutrition from the endosperm and supply to the developing parts, that is embryo. Okay, and one more important thing, aileron layer. Okay, aileron layer. This is the aileron layer. Aileron layer contain the genes, or this is the place where the enzymes are synthesized, and so aileron layer play a very important role during the seed germination. Okay, now come to the dicot seeds. Dicot seeds, this is the embryo, and there are two cotyledon. Okay, cotyledon also helps to supply the nutrition to the seed. Okay, and radicle. This is two structure, epicotyle or hypocotyle. Okay, these two parts are further helps in the determination whether the germination is apical or the hypogel. Okay, so in case of dicot, cotyledon provide the food material, and in case of monocot, scutellum helps to provide the food material. Okay, and they provide the food material until the plants capable to do photosynthesis process. Okay, now next is the condition required for the seed germination. Okay, condition which are very important for the seed germination: internal condition, or I can say the foremost condition for the seed germination, that is the seed viability. Okay, that is seed viability. Seed viability is a capacity of the seed to germinate. Means if seed is not viable, so it will not germinate even under the favorable condition. So for the germination of the seed must be viable. Okay, now the external condition which are required for the seed germination. Okay, the first important thing is moisture or water. Moisture is a prerequisite requirement for the seed germination, because during the seed germination the first step is the absorption of water. Okay, so moisture is very important and it must be in adequate amount. It should not be less in amount or in a excess amount. Okay, it should be adequate. Okay, the second is air. Air is also important because the seed germination process is an active process where energy is required. Okay, energy is required for the metabolism of the molecules. Okay, so air helps in the aerobic respiration, which release energy, which helps in a further process. Okay, and the third is temperature. Okay, certain seeds require high temperature or certain seeds require less temperature. So for the proper germination, temperature should be optimum. The optimum temperature for the seed germination is 15 to 30 degrees Celsius. Okay, this is a range of optimum temperature. Okay, seed germination refers to the emergence or the development, the important structure of the seed, which is radicle and plumule. When both comes out from the seed coat, we consider it seed germination. Okay, and the germination mechanism completed in 3 phases. First phase is water uptake. Suppose this is a seed and it is sown into a soil. Okay, there is a soil and this is a seed. Okay, so when we sow a seed into a soil, first it absorbs the moisture. As I told you that water is a prerequisite for seed germination. Okay, so first seed coat absorb the moisture. Okay, which causes the swelling of the seed coat, and then the inner layer of the seed coat will burst out, and then water start to move inside the cell. Okay, and then water start to move inside the cell where there is a gibberellin acid present along with other solutes. Okay, and the second phase start then reactivation of metabolism. Okay, when the water start to enter into the cell, then this gibberellin acid diluted in the water and cell become hydrated. Okay, and then this gibberellin acid reach to the aileron layer where it activates some genes. Okay, and then the transcription or the translation takes place, which finally synthesize some enzymes like amylase, protease, lipase. Okay, then these enzymes participate in the catabolism process, in which they metabolize the stored food material, that is carbohydrate, protein. They broke down these large molecule into a smaller molecule. Okay, so that the embryo easily uptake this nutrition. Okay, and in the process of metabolism, the energy they obtain by the aerobic respiration. Then there is anabolist process takes place for the regeneration of the cell. and the formation of plumule or radicle take place. Okay, and further, due to the mitotic division, the enlargement of cells takes place, and then the third phase, radical protrusion takes place. Okay, so this is the entire mechanism of seed germination. Okay, I'll revise here step by step. First step is water absorption. Second is burst the seed coat, then dilution of gibberellin acid, then activation of gene of some genes, okay, then synthesis of enzymes, then metabolism of stored material takes place. Okay, then it convert into the smaller units. Okay, small units, then absorbed by the embryo, and finally the protrusion of radicle takes place. Okay, this is the entire process of seed germination step by step, and I hope you understand this video. And if you like this video, so press the like button and subscribe the channel, and if you have any query regarding this video lecture, you can comment in the comment section.